If you charge someone money just to walk through your front door, you've already lost the sale. That's retail law, older than Walmart itself. Now imagine a chain that charges you every single year on top of the prices and somehow has people lining up to renew. Costco. And the company that warned this could never work was the biggest retailer on the planet, Walmart. In the late 1970s, a manager named Jim Sinegal got fired from a discount chain called FedMart. The man who fired him was convinced that cutting margins down to nothing, treating the customer like a member instead of a mark, was a fantasy that would bankrupt any company dumb enough to try it. 6 years later, Sinegal opened the first Costco warehouse in Seattle, built on exactly the model he'd been fired for suggesting. Nobody in the industry gave it more than a few years. Walmart at the time was already the machine every other retailer feared. Sam Walton had built an empire on a single ruthless idea: buy in bulk, undercut everyone, expand until competitors closed their doors. It worked so completely that by the 1990s, small-town America had a name for what happened after a Walmart opened nearby: the Walmart effect. Local stores didn't just lose customers, they disappeared. So when analysts inside that same industry looked at Costco's numbers, the warning practically wrote itself. A retailer capping its own markup at 14% by written policy, when Walmart and everyone else routinely marked up 25, 30, sometimes 50% on the same shelf. A retailer charging an annual fee in a country where people already resented paying for cable. Wall Street's read was blunt: this model survives on razor-thin margins with zero room for error, and the first bad recession kills it. 2008 was supposed to be that recession. Consumer spending collapsed. Retailers everywhere slashed staff and shuttered locations. Costco's membership renewal rate that year barely moved. It sat above 86%, and by the time the recovery came, it had climbed past 90%, a number it has held or beaten almost every year since. The company that was supposed to break during hard times turned out to be the one people refused to give up during hard times. Here's the part almost nobody clocked while it was happening. Costco doesn't really make its money selling you a rotisserie chicken or a flat of paper towels. It makes its money from the fee you already paid to walk in. That single fact flips the entire incentive structure upside down. Walmart needs every item on the shelf to earn its keep, which means pricing gets squeezed wherever the market allows it. Costco already got paid before you touched a single product, so its only job now is convincing you to come back and renew 12 months from now. Two of the biggest retailers on earth, built on completely opposite incentives, and only one of them was actually designed to keep its promise to the customer. The $1.50 hot dog and soda is the clearest proof of that design. It hasn't moved since 1985. When Costco's then CEO floated raising the price years later, Sinegal, by that point chairman, told him directly that if he ever touched that price, he would end him. It wasn't a joke about a hot dog. It was a warning shot about what happens the moment Costco starts thinking like Walmart. Kirkland's signature is the second warning nobody heeded in time. Every big retailer runs a house brand. Walmart has great value, but Kirkland now accounts for roughly a quarter of everything Costco sells, and in category after category, it doesn't sit next to the name brand as the cheap alternative. It replaces the name brand outright. Shoppers stop asking for the original. That kind of brand trust doesn't get bought with advertising. And Costco has never run a national ad campaign in its history. Walmart spends over $500 million a year reminding people it's cheap. Costco spends nothing and lets the membership card do the convincing. Then there's the workforce, and this is where Walmart's warning turned into a genuine threat, not just a business theory. For decades, Walmart's model depended on keeping labor costs as low as legally possible across well over 1 million workers. And it took a real public relations hit for it. Costco built the opposite reputation on purpose, paying meaningfully above the industry's hourly average and stating outright that the higher wage buys down turnover and lower turnover protects the same margin it refuses to squeeze out of the customer. Warehouse workers stay for years, sometimes decades, at a company most competitors treat as an entry-level stopover. Walmart tried to answer directly. Sam's Club exists because Sam Walton himself was reportedly so unsettled by the warehouse club model that he studied it up close before building his own version to compete. Decades later, Sam's Club still trails Costco on membership loyalty and revenue per location, run by the same company that invented modern discount retail, and still hasn't cracked the one format built on making customers grateful to pay a fee. The irony is that Walmart wasn't wrong about the risk. A model that refuses to maximize markup, that pays more than it has to, that spends nothing on advertising in an industry built on advertising, really shouldn't survive a downturn, a recession, or a decade of competition from a company with 100 times the store count. It just never happened. Costco kept opening warehouses, kept growing same-store sales through every recession that flattened smaller chains completely, kept its return policy so generous, no receipt, barely any time limit, that it should have been a financial disaster and instead became one of the biggest reasons people renew. Walmart still wins on sheer size. More stores, more categories, more total revenue in a single quarter than Costco does in a year. But the warning Walmart gave the rest of the industry that a company built on restraint instead of extraction would eventually collapse under its own principles never came true. It became the retailer other retailers get measured against when someone asks who actually treats the customer like a partner instead of a target. Walmart built the machine that swallowed small-town America. Costco built the one thing that machine could never quite copy: a customer who says thank you for the bill.